your WCBI First Alert forecast with Chief Meteorologist Isaac Williams.
Thanks for sticking with us here, watching Monroe County very closely. There's no formal tornado warning here, but if you live in Amory to Becker to Hatley, I want you to treat it as if there was one in effect. There are 60 to 70 mile per hour winds, most likely kind of moving through this general region. And we've got a big wall of red on the shear rate here. So that indicates, again, very high wind potential. Okay, so we'll go ahead and stay with this now. Charlie in the Weather Center, we'll get to him in a second. So a tornado warning is on the way for Monroe County, and it looks like there might have been, in fact, let's take Charlie in the Weather Center. Charlie, looks like there could have been a brief touchdown already, potentially north and west of Becker.
Yeah, Isaac, right behind me here, just north and west of Becker, you see this little orange spot that co-locates quite nicely with this rotational signature we see just northwest. And of course, it matches well with our shear rate. And again, that may be some light indications that some debris, unsure of what it might be, but some debris might be being lofted. That same area, maybe just still a touch northeast of Becker. But again, it does look like we may have had a brief tornado on the ground in Monroe County, northeast of Becker. Isaac?
Thanks, Charlie. Yeah, so here is the new tornado warning here. So this includes Amory and Smithville. So go ahead and go to that safe place quickly and efficiently. It's 5:49, so early Monday morning tornado warning here. And yeah, Jesse, with the tornado warning, we're going to have to stay with this until it is expired. So we have a couple of areas of rotation here. One northeast of Becker that could have briefly touched down a few moments ago, as Charlie was mentioning. There's another one northwest of Hatley and another one west of Flynn. And all of this is in Monroe County. So again, this is just the north and west of the radar site here. And we've been watching for the past few minutes. And again, 3 potential circulations showing up here on the radar here with this kind of line of storms that looks sort of messy, but embedded within circulations here, and that's the reason that the Weather Service has gone ahead and posted up a tornado warning until 6:30. The storms may be out of here by then, but we also have Lamar County as well to consider. And if you live in Detroit, I would be giving a early heads up here for you as well, and that we're watching, again, 3 separate areas. On shear rate here, anytime there is orange on the shear rate showing up there between Amory and Hatley, that is, of course, big concern for big wind. And regardless here of whether the wind is spinning or coming in a straight line, we have, again, damage potential pressing now just east of Amory. So once again, if you live in Amory or Hatley or especially Smithville, go ahead and go to that safe place. Small room, lowest floor near the center, away from windows. We could see another quick spin-up tornado happen at any second, and that's the reason that the Weather Service has gone ahead with this tornado warning until 6:30. Down to the south, we have storms rolling through West Point and Starkville as well. We don't see any signs of rotation with these. It's really the Monroe County area that we are watching most closely for some possible additional spin-ups. And again, that is going until 6:30. And you can just kind of see the different areas of rotation here. Again, one very close to Flynn, one close to Hatley there as well. And again, this whole system has damaging wind potential. So again, if you live in Bristow, Riggins, this also includes southern Itawamba County too. So Turon over to the state line, that is where the possible tornado signatures are. Again, we have a line of storms capable of producing brief spin-ups along and just to the northwest of the GWX radar, where it sits here very close to Greenwood Springs. And this is going to continue moving like this. Now, I will say this. No part of Aberdeen is included, so if you might be hearing sirens in Aberdeen, there's no concern for you in this. As you can see, this is passing north and east of Aberdeen and Hamilton. So this is going to be that far northeastern corner of Monroe County for these possible circulations to go. And Charlie, back in the Weather Center, having at least 2 circled on the map here as we watch things evolve over the next few minutes. If we can take Charlie in the Weather Center, he's got the, there we go.
Yeah, there we go. So I've got a couple areas areas that are concerning to me circled right now, one of which just southeast of Amory, south of Hatley on 278, in another area where the rotation is closing in on itself just east. Really close together, folks. We're talking on the order of a couple miles here, but these little areas are spinning up quite quickly, and we've got a new update. Same areas still look to be of concern to me. This area just northwest of Bristow looks to be fairly concerning to me, or at least a little tight. The one good thing for us so far is the fact that we're not seeing really any indication on our debris tracker of anything potentially on the ground. We have one area just over Hatley right now, and then just northwest of Bristow, you can see the red, or the green, sorry, pushing in towards the radar site. The radar site is off towards the east, off behind my back. And then Bristow, you can see some of those reds streaming in from the east. So you can see that sort of convergent signature, and that's what we look for to see some sort of spin up trying to happen. And fortunately for us right now, as we circle where we're seeing that tight area of rotation, not seeing a drop in the debris. Normally what we would see if we were sure the tornado were on the ground for just using the radar would be some sort of blue, maybe even more of an orange color rather than all these reds you see here. Earlier we did have an orange color. It does look like we may have had a tornado on the ground earlier. Right now that does not seem to be the case, but again, you need to be seeking your safe shelter right now. I know it's first thing in the morning. You probably just sat down to have your cup of coffee before you go into work. And unfortunately, this is the time that we're going to need you to get into your safe space. Anywhere in Monroe County, you can see all up and down this line, there are tiny little places where the reds and greens are coming close together. That includes Flynn going towards Smithville, northeast of Bristow, near Hatley. I could go on and on, up and down Monroe County, especially the northern part of the county is seeing just area of rotation and after area of rotation. And I'm going to take things over to Flynn right now. This is along Highway 25. This area is looking concerning to me too. We have so many of these little areas of spin, folks. Each radar tornado in the order of only on the ground for maybe 30 seconds. These are very fast, but that's not something you want to gamble on. Cause a lot of damage quite quickly, folks. These are tornadoes we're not talking about. And outside of that, we're also talking about some very fast winds as well. And I know, again, this is very early in the morning. You're all probably getting ready to go to work. Maybe you're thinking about getting in the car to drive to work. Certainly don't do so. If you're already on the way to work, if you're anywhere traveling in Monroe County, I certainly urge you to get off the road and find a safe shelter to take shelter in. That could be something like a gas station, a Sprint Mart. Anything is better than your car. A car is one of the worst places you can be in this kind of situation, so I'm going to need you to find somewhere safe to be. I know we simulcast on some radio stations, so hopefully if you're in Monroe County and you can hear me and you're on the roads, maybe on your way to work or school, you can pull over and find somewhere safer to be. Isaac?
Yeah, thanks, Charlie. We're watching, again, everything from Monroe County. I want to talk about more of the wind potential, too. As you've been mentioning, these tornadoes may only last for 30 or 45 seconds, and it may just seem like a big burst of wind, but it could be a spin-up tornado. But regardless, the whole line is capable of producing quick tornado spin-ups. This is not a situation where one big tornado is going to stay down for miles and miles. This is not that type of setup, but every tornado warning needs to be treated seriously, even at this close to 6 a.m. hour. And again, we still have this red to orange on the shear rate now east of Amory now. So you can see that Amory has been taken out of the tornado warning. So if you live in Becker or if you live in Amory, you can come out of your safe place because the worst of the weather is now east of you. Smithville, you still need to be sheltered. Turon and the far southeastern portion of Itawamba County, you still need to be sheltered. Splunge, Sipsey Fork, Riggins, Bristow, all still need to be sheltered as well. Thankfully, these areas up and through here are fairly rural, but we know people live here and we want you to take it seriously. And of course, Smithville, a populated area, is still being affected as well. Now, the weather itself in Amory is still extremely nasty with the heavy rain that's happening. It also looks like west of Quincy and east of Becker here, that's probably some hail falling there, at least quarter, maybe to $half sized hail, in addition to the possible tornado signatures, which again, we're using signatures, plural, because this whole batch of rain and storms here is capable of producing a quick spin up. So that's what we're watching here. Again, we're so close to the radar site that it is hard sometimes for the radar to resolve it, since we are so close. And sometimes you need to go up to a higher tilt in order to be able to see. And you can see as I tilt up in the radar just a little bit, you can still see where a couple of these broad circulations are, and also where this big wind surge is coming straight for the radar site, which sits right off of US 278 right here. So again, this is Lamar County, and again, the storm is getting closer to the state line here. So together, you will have the potential for 60 or 70 mile per hour winds moving toward the Detroit area of northwestern Lamar County in the span of the next about 30 minutes or so. So you still have some time to track it all the way through the region here. But sometimes you do have to go up in tilt sometimes to see the circulation here. Very closely, of course, and we will continue to keep our eyes peeled on this. Now, a quick update area-wide here. We've got big storms here in Starkville, as well as on the north side of Louisville, and we're kind of getting close here in Columbus. In fact, I'll see if I can get a camera pulled up here in Columbus and see if we can take a look here at the Columbus camera. That's my 7-day, but we'll see here. And this is looking west, so this would be kind of looking toward the storms here. We'll probably be seeing quite a bit of lightning showing up here. And then here is the Starkville camera as well. And we've got some pretty, that was a really nasty lightning strike there. This is live from MSU's campus. Again, this is not the reason we're here with you, but I just want to give you a quick tour here. And again, we'll be watching this Vernon camera closely too. As the storms get a little closer, you can see some distant lightning there as well. But again, the reason we are here, we would normally be starting our 6 o'clock hour of sunrise, and we have a tornado warned storm for several potential circulations over the Monroe County area. And again, the storms are encroaching onto the radar site itself, which may attenuate the radar energy just a little bit. And again, anywhere along this leading edge of the line, so from Smithville to Bristow, off to the east toward Riggins and Splunge, this is going to be for areas just north of Gatman on US 278. You still need to be sheltered with that as well. And it looks like, Charlie, we've got some wind damage potential maybe increasing in northern Lowndes County as well. I see some issues there too, potentially.
Yeah, Isaac, as you mentioned, as we get further from the radar, at least in some capacity, our ability to measure the wind does get a little bit better, especially when you're a little bit further from where that site is in rural Monroe County. As we go south along Highway 45, especially if you're traveling between Columbus and the Columbus Air Force Base or Caledonia, anywhere basically from Aberdeen on south towards Columbus, you're about to get a nasty windstorm. So I would advise definitely pulling over, maybe finding a Sprint Mart or something easy. Just pull over for 5 minutes. It'll be quick, and it may save you from your car being blown into a ditch, especially if you have a high-profile thing like a truck. Certainly a truck could have some sort of a battle with a 60 or 70 mile an hour wind gust. And here's a new update. Again, it's encroaching increasingly close right on Highway 45. It is getting right up on there, so you don't have much time, if at all, if any, if you're on Highway 45. Let's go ahead and take things back up north towards our tornado warning. Again, you can see with our wind shear rate, the green meaning some wind shear, and as it gets more intense, it goes more to a red color, and then as it gets severely intense, it goes to a yellow color. And we've got a new trim of the tornado warning, so we're going to go ahead and give just a couple all clears here. If you are in Hatley, Colonial Acres, Amory, Becker, Flynn, and then just west of Smithville, you are all clear from this tornado warning right now. That doesn't mean that it's really great to travel right now. Still a ton of heavy rain and lightning falling right now. You can see the eastern portion of Monroe County is still in that tornado warning. This includes Splunge. If you're on close to Detroit-Hatley Road. I imagine this may possibly get extended into Alabama. So if you are on our Alabama side of the border, just get ready. Even if this tornado warning does not get extended, you are going to have some extremely strong winds coming and knocking on your doorstep in the order of the next 30 minutes or so. You can see the shear rate just northwest of Splunge. That's starting to show a big pop of some reds. We're going to go ahead and pull back up our velocity. And again, as Isaac mentioned, I can show you an example of it here. I'm going to pull the quad box back up, and it's going to show this quite clearly for you. So as we get closer to the radar, it gets harder and harder for us to measure, especially because the storm may be above where the radar beam actually hits. Look at the cone of silence just southeast of Quincy. You can see the striations in the rain in the top left box. Those striations, those lines, it's not really a clear picture. That's because the radar is just so close to what we're trying to measure and survey that it's hard to get any other of our products from that way, including our storm relative velocity, our wind shear rate. You can see how odd it looks from the center of that radar hole. Again, it gets hard to measure. So if you're anywhere from, I would say in this circle from Bristow to Sipsey Fork to Gatman, and then eventually down the line, Sulligent, Pine Springs, Henson Springs, and Detroit, you all need to be seeking safe shelter. Again, I know it's the first thing in the morning. It's a Monday morning. This is the last thing you want to be doing. Certainly, maybe you don't even want to wake your kids up because your kids may not be up for school yet. Certainly, it's going to be worth your while to do so, because if not, a quick, brief tornado that may spin up along this line, and it could do so at any point. We've seen quite quickly, I'll start talking about something, say, just pointing something out to you, and by the time I make my point, it's already gone. So this is a quickly evolving situation, so it's certainly something you want to take heed of. Isaac?
Yeah, thanks, Charlie. We're now seeing the storms kind of cross over the radar. And again, the tornado warning part of the storm is north of the radar site in US 278, where they're capable of 60 to 70 mile per hour winds. And what we'll see here as it continues its transition past the radar site, the reds will then be looking the radar site. So again, as Charlie mentioned, from Detroit back to Sulligent on Highway 17 right here, we've got big wind potential on the way for you. Again, 50 to 70 mile per hour wind gusts as this line kind of gets a little bit closer to you. Again, you can see how tight this reflectivity gradient is, and you go from nothing to red over a very short distance. That is high potential for damaging winds. And again, this is right over the radar, kind of coming east now. So again, if you live in Detroit, Pine Springs, Sulligent, Gatman, still we've got big wind potential, 50 to 70 miles per hour as this line of storms kind of moves over into the northern portion here of Lamar County. But again, a tornado warning continues for southeastern Itawamba and far northeastern Monroe until 6:30. And you can see it's just for this small pocket where the flashing red box is located there. And this line of storms does extend farther southward, and we do have some wind potential kind of on the north side of Columbus. So this is downtown right here, so 5-6 miles up 45 here. This is past east of the Air Force Base now, so out here on Highway 12. Well, so again, the reason we've kind of been here with you for the past about 20 minutes or so is the tornado warned here shortly, which is good news. I'm still looking at some different sources of radar here. Circulation 2 I'm seeing in Loun County. It looks well, and I'll pull the radar back farther southward and show you this. Nothing extremely strong here, but near Ridgeland, in Lowndes County. So this area right here, just north of Bunker Hill. Again, this is where Highway 12, Military Road, Steens area right here. Again, nothing incredibly strong, but it's along that same line. We have the red and the shear rate that is showing up as well. And you can see from Caledonia southward, just to the east of the Ridgeland community, this is just east of the base here. We've got some pretty hefty wind potential here from Steens to Caledonia that might be dealing with some of that high wind as well. I'll send it back to Charlie in the Weather Center. Looks like we're watching that Ridgeland area closely for some rotation for sure.
Yeah, for sure, Isaac. I would say this is awfully suspicious. So I'm going to go ahead and pull the quad box back up for you. You can see sticking out from the typical radar, the reflectivity we call it. You can see the reds and the greens are awfully close right there, and that happens to co-locate right along Wolf Road, just east of Ridgeland and Wells, just north of Roanoke Estates. It does look like there's some sort of drop, may or may not be damage from a tornado, but it certainly looks suspicious to say the least, and it also happens to line up with, on our shear rate, we're seeing at least some very strong wind shear and some very strong winds right there. So at the very least, if you're not seeing a tornado quite quickly there right now, you're going to be seeing some winds, and it may be hard to tell the difference, but nonetheless, it is an extremely dangerous situation, and this is evolving really quickly. This spun up within the last few minutes or so, and again, this is just northeast of Ridgeland. We'll go ahead and give you a bit of a wider view. As Isaac mentioned, this is just south and east of the Air Force Base. There's that little suspicious drop in the CC I mentioned. You can see some collocation of the velocity couplet there, and then we've got some wind shear values that are really starting to pop off again with that little nub. All of that kind of tells us to really hone our eyes there. That's something we really want to watch. A tornado could certainly be maybe ongoing or imminent there, or maybe did happen because, as we know, the radar shows us sort of a past picture. So I would say if you are in Lowndes County, anywhere along Highway 12, you need to pull over, certainly. From Caledonia to Woodlawn to Steens, Doyle Estates, anywhere along this little corridor here, right before you cross into Alabama, you need to prep yourself for some extremely strong winds, and certainly maybe take into account there could be a potential tornado or maybe a quick spin up there along that line. That's just kind of how these systems evolve, these lines. It's really hard to pick out, you know, on a typical hilk, you could certainly see that. Isaac?
Yeah, Charlie, thanks. So we're actually going to be seeing a tornado warning coming for Lowndes County for that we've been watching for the past few minutes here. So I've got Vernon up here. This is looking at the same storms coming across the line here. We'll be dealing with that shortly. And we've got, so a TDS. Charlie, actually, I'll pull it up over here. If you can just keep me at the wall here, I will come back to that. But we've got a TDS. So this is a confirmed tornado here, and again, the warning is coming, but here on Steens Road and Woodlawn and Dickerson Road right here, that is a tornado right there just northwest of Highway 12 in the northeastern portion of Lowndes County. So again, a tornado warning is on the way here for a confirmed tornado, and I believe that will be kind of seeing a confirmed warning here. The initial here, we've got what is likely a tornado that is now crossed over Highway 12, right where Highway 12 and Steens Road intersect. Going to be crossing Dickerson Road to the south of Woodlawn right here as well. And we had a tornado here in November of 2022 that came right through here. It was rated an EF2. We don't speculate damage here, but this exact same area was hit in November of 2022, and it looks like that is happening again with a storm here that is moving to the north and or actually about due east So again, for here in Lowndes County, a tornado warning here does not include downtown Columbus. This is north and east. This is squarely for Steens, Woodlawn, and the Caledonia region, and it's going to take it up to the state line. So again, if you're just joining us, you've been watching tornado warning coverage. It has been canceled from Monroe County. A new warning in effect for Lowndes County. And again, this is for Ellis, Steens, and Caledonia and Woodlawn for a confirmed tornado. Again, the National Weather Service in Jackson is seeing the debris signature. That is what that is, a tornado debris signature. Let's take tornado debris signature, and it's heading for Lamar County shortly.
Yeah, quite quickly it's going to be crossing over the border, or at least flirting with it. You can see that drop, that orange ball right there. I put that right at the base. Millport, Kingsville, Kennedy, especially Millport. I know that's a more populated area along Highway 17 there. You need to start seeking your safe places now. This could be crossing the border quite quickly, and eventually this concerning portion of the line, if the warning may not be extended, is going to be knocking on your doorstep quite quickly in the order of just about 20 minutes or so for Millport. 6:33, Kingville 6:38, Kennedy 6:41, and then for Melbourne and Fairbank, and about 20 for Millport and Kingville. So you need to be taking your precautions right now, going to a safe place, an interior room, maybe a bathroom. Not a bad idea to throw on some shoes. Maybe your kid has a baseball helmet he likes to wear. Have him throw that on. All that is good measures to take, and you certainly want to start taking those now. I know it's first thing in the morning. This is not what you want to deal with on a Monday of all things, but this is a confirmed tornado on the ground between Woodland and Steens in Lowndes County, Mississippi, starting to flirt with the border going into Alabama, and it's going to quickly do so.
They're going ahead with a warning here for Lamar County too, Charlie. So as he was mentioning here, so these Melbourne areas, Fernbank Road out here, Star, tornado warning here has plotted. So this is a new warning for Lamar County, and it's going to go until 7 o'clock this morning. So we're going to be with this for a little while longer here. Again, we would normally be in our WCBI News Sunrise newscast, and the news, of course, weather this morning. So this is going to be including highways 96, and it's also going to be including Alabama 18 that takes you out of Vernon. Basically, if you live south of Alabama 18 out of Vernon, as well as upwards of 96 down south toward 96. Fernbank Road, Melbourne. Again, there was a tornado touchdown in Lowndes County a few minutes ago. Now, the debris signature seems like it is a little bit more diffuse over the past several scans, but definitely back here. The storm here just west of Highway 12. This was at 6:09, so 6 minutes ago. High confidence of a tornado there right along Highway 12, again, 6 minutes ago. But where is it now? The answer here is, again, what's left of the tornado, is, if it is still there, is very close to Sudeth Road up here on the state line. And again, this is Fernbank Road that kind of goes across here and over into Lamar County. So again, if you live on Fernbank Road, and if you live on Mud Creek Road, Smith Road in Lamar County, Bain Circle, Shaw Drive, some of these areas you need to be seeking shelter. Again, the little indentation in the reflectivity tells us as meteorologists that it's almost like a foot feature is what the almost meteorological term is called. But we've been watching this, and again, the shear rate, our Barron shear rate is certainly honing in on this. Anytime you see the S shape here, the squirrely, swirly features, we definitely have cause for concern here. And again, this is crossing over the state line. So heads up there in Lamar County. Now, I will say this, it does not include the city of Vernon. The tornado warning does not. The tornado warning is just a couple of mile or two south of Vernon. But basically, this is going to be impacting Alabama Highway 96 and south. Squarely in the path of this, Melbourne, Fernbank, High Togi, Kingville, some of these areas between Millport and Kennedy and Vernon. This does go all the way over to the state line, and the rotation is still there. green going toward, red going away. The circulation is crossing over the state line as we speak. And again, it's moving east at about 40 or so miles per hour. If you live in Caledonia, you can come out of your safe place. The threat is over for you. And here in a matter of a couple of more minutes, the threat will be over for Steens. In fact, the back edge of the highest wind has passed Steens. So if you live in the Woodlawn community, Caledonia and Steens, the worst is past you. It is now on the Lamar County line. It's going to continue to be moving across the state line. So again, the Lamar County area still is in the our television market. So of course, we're going to continue to stay with it and continue to watch for any sort of debris drop. And again, the CC lowering is still there. It does still seem to be co-located there. So we might still have something down regardless. It definitely was down earlier in Loun County, which has prompted the Weather Service in Jackson to throw out a tornado warning fairly quickly. And again, the worst of the weather here is kind of moving through downtown Columbus, but you can kind of see how this part of the line does not look, it's just messy, yes, but the leading edge of the stuff that's in Lamar County is very wavy, and that's what is a telltale sign that obviously there is spin in the atmosphere. And again, we did not have a hugely favorable tornado setup today. In fact, the thunderstorm watch, this is a great reminder that severe storms can and do produce tornadoes, and we didn't really have a tornado watch in effect at this point. We've been seeing that replaced with a thunderstorm watch, but that's out the door here, obviously, is that we do have this circulation continuing. So again, if you live on Cork Road, Mud Creek Road, County Road 10, and Fern Bank Road, we want you to be sheltered. Keely texting me, we've got 2-hour delay for the Columbus Municipal School District as well as the Aberdeen School District. I guess they just called our newsroom, so we're going to give you that information as well. And the Fayette County District is delaying too, but we knew that already. But the Columbus and Aberdeen is a new thing this morning. Again, obviously due to the tornado warning that's now into really Lamar County. So again, Mud Creek Road, Cork Road, County Road 10, over toward House Road, Highway 17 and 96. Again, Millport is right here and Kennedy right here. And this possible tornado potentially is still down, is going to be crossing or paralleling Alabama Highway 96 and crossing, if it holds together, Highway 17 between Millport and High-Togie. So that's where this possible tornado is going to be crossing unless it deviates to the right in any way. But right now we don't see that happening. And again, all of this is out of Lowndes County. So if you're listening to us and watching us in Lowndes County, Alabama, and again, kind of paralleling that Highway 96 area as it moves to the east and northeast. Again, this does not include Vernon. This is south of Vernon, but it is something that has held together, and looks like we've got maybe 2 spots that we're watching now, another one to the west of Star, which is in the tornado warning polygon. So I'll send it back to Charlie in the Weather Center, and again, you've got both circulations circled there. Charlie, what's the latest?
Yeah, Isaac, we've got 2 real areas that are concerning to me, as you mentioned, just southwest of Star, and then one just north of Melbourne. We're going to go ahead and zoom in on both. Again, I want you concerned about this entire line here if you are in this red box, but we're going to go ahead and zoom in on these areas that may have a better shot of producing a tornado here in the next few minutes to seconds. County Road 9 towards Star. If you're on County Road 9, Patterson Road, and then County Road 10, which goes into Star. I want you to be in your safe place. Again, this is moving and evolving quite quickly, and then we're going to go towards the southern portion of this circulation, right over northwest Melbourne right now, right along just north of Fernbank. And again, this is right along Cork Road probably now. Again, this is an image from the past, so this is these storms are dynamic situations. They're not static like we get in a radar picture. So again, there's what looks to be an update. And again, it's right over Melbourne, just north, right along Cork Road. Again, this is going towards County Road 10. Anywhere along County Road 10 in Vernon County, I need you to be either off that road if you're driving on it, or I need you to be seeking a safe place if you live along that road, because that road seems to be right where these two circulations are going to start butting up against here in the next few minutes. County Road 10 follows right along here, just to the east of Melbourne and Star. And again, this is going to be knocking on your doorstep quite quickly for our friends here in western Alabama. Isaac?
Thanks, Charlie. Yes, so some additional school closings or delays to pass along here. This is from Ashley, Joey, and everybody's kind of working from the newsroom and at home. So New Hope's on a 2-hour delay, Loun County 2-hour delay, Caledonia 2-hour delay, Columbus City Elementary, Mid and High School 9:30 and 10 o'clock. So again, I've just checked our Facebook live stream. People are asking about the schools. So again, Loun County 2-hour delay, New Hope 2-hour delay, Caledonia 2-hour delay. And the Columbus Elementary is 9:30. The middle and high school is at 10 a.m. And as Charlie mentioned here, the greatest cause for concern is over the Melbourne area right here. But a second circulation is certainly trying to spin up in Star, or very close to Star here. So again, the bright reds and the greens, the tornado is probably cycling at the moment. We don't see any TDS or drop in correlation coefficient. We don't see anything to suggest that a tornado is active at the moment. But again, the storm has probably recycled. The winds are brightening up again, and we potentially could see another touchdown here shortly. And again, if you know anybody that lives on Mud Creek Road, Fernbank Road, or Highway 96, north developing tornado here. And again, the new scan continues to paint on that circulation right over Mud Creek Road. And again, this is a static image, but the storms are still moving. And so again, we have to give you the earliest heads up farther east. Again, in Lamar County, we've got Highway 17, of course, that takes you out of Vernon, south to Millport, and then you cross into Pickens County, Alabama. And again, nobody needs to be driving on Highway 17 this morning from Vernon to, let's just say, Reform down in Pickens County. Again, the tornado warning is for this central and southern portion of Lamar County. Again, you still see flashing red in Loun County, but the threat of a tornado is over for Loun County. This is squarely in Lamar County, Alabama, and we're going to continue to watch the National Weather Service's chat very closely. I'm going to check the shear rate, and of course, a long line of swirl showing up there, which is not what we want to see, of course. I've got the Vernon camera here pulled up as well, so this is looking. Actually, I'm going to step off screen. Leave the Vernon camera up here. Charlie, I'm going to step over here for a second and pull up the Vernon camera. I believe we can move it to the south and west. You're looking north and west right now, and we're going to see if we can move the camera a little bit to the left here. And I'm going to click over here slowly but surely. And so this would be, now we're looking south and west across Highway 17 this morning, and that would be where we obviously couldn't see it, but I do want to at least get the camera pointed in the right direction in case something does light up and we do see something. But again, nobody needs to be traveling on 17 right now. That car that just drove by is actually traveling southward into the tornado warning. So again, absolutely nobody needs to be on the roads. Thankfully, it's still kind of early enough where we haven't kind of gotten the routine started yet, but it is something to keep in mind. Again, that's the camera view. The latest here on the radar side of things is that, yeah, we've got maybe now 3 circulations, 1, 2, 3. But certainly the strongest one is the southern one. But the other 2, you can see where the bright red is showing up there and there, southwest of Vernon and near Star. Those could be weak circulations. This one's definitely the stronger one near Fernbank. And that's going to be moving very close to Millport. Again, you can kind of see it's pretty much moving due east. So again, if you live in Millport, if you live in Kennedy over here on Alabama Highway 96, you need to be sheltered because the 2 other circulations I mentioned, they're both in this warning polygon that takes you out to Crossville and over to the Fayette County line. This only includes Lamar County at the moment, but definitely we could see some concern here as we are looking. Again, we haven't seen any sign that a TDS has formed, so a tornado debris signature we don't see at the moment. But again, you see the wavy line of storms here to continue. So Lamar County, obviously, now officially on a 2-hour delay as well. So some of these schools having to make a last minute sort of pivot this morning, and we of course applaud them for that. Safety of the students and administrators and staff of utmost importance. And again, we have potentially 3 circulations lined up just to the southwest of Vernon towards Star, and then Fernbank, of course. And again, this is going to continue moving east. And we just got a new scan here, and I still don't see any drop in the correlation coefficient, which is good. We hope that this stays aloft here, but we can't guarantee that. But you can definitely see here that, again, circulation 1, 2, and 3, all in central and southern portion here of Lamar County. At 6:27, the tornado warning goes until 7 a.m. this morning. And based on how things have gone, I don't expect us to have any other tornado issues today once this exits Lamar County. This part of the line back here doesn't look as suspicious, but I haven't had a chance, admittedly, to look. We do have some additional warnings south in Hattiesburg. So Hattiesburg, we see a tornado warning there in the Pine Belt as well. But again, we are going to stay here local and, of course, tuned into Lamar County. I'll pitch it back to Charlie in the Weather Center. I'll take a couple looks at things over here as well, and we'll bring you the very latest. But again, Charlie, it looks like we have the strongest circulation coming close to Millport.
Yeah, Isaac, it's following Highway 96 really, really well. If you're in Millport, I need you in your safe place. I know this is a more populated area in western Alabama. Hopefully you're already in your safe place, but if you're not already, this circulation is bearing down on you quick, and it is going to be a very close call to this city. You can see it's right now located, the center of the circulation is really right on top of Fernbank right now, and fortunately, with that being on top of a community, we're not seeing a debris signature just yet. Hopefully we don't see one, but you can see on the shear rate, there is a lot of wind, even if there may not be a tornado on the ground at this very moment. There certainly could be a lot of wind, and that can do damage too. Especially, it's a good thing they delayed the schools. If there were school buses out in this, that would certainly be a problem. Any high-profile vehicles can certainly, get in a battle with straight-line winds like this, not to mention what a tornado could do to a bus. So, again, primary concern here is a tornado of Millport. This is right along Woods Road. I'm going to go ahead and circle it for you. I know there's a lot to look at here on the quad box. So just east of Fernbank and maybe just a touch north, right along Pleasant Ridge Road, and it's just about to cross Highway 17. So hopefully no one is driving on Highway 17 in Lamar County, Alabama right now, because this is a dangerous situation. This is right on top of Highway 17, and it's going to be crossing it here quite quickly in the next few minutes or so. Isaac?
Thanks, Charlie. Yeah, we're still looking south and west of Vernon, where a circulation is very close to the city of Vernon. It's just on the south side. So, of course, we'll kind of stay and watch this camera view together. Again, this is coming from Durham's Pharmacy, our sponsor there in West Alabama. And again, sheets of rain, nasty weather. And again, we are looking toward the direction of the northern circulation that is part of this line. And again, I'm not expecting to see anything, and I hope we don't, obviously, but this is something that we'll continue to keep in mind here. And again, discouraging to see travel here. We do not advise anybody traveling on Alabama Highway 17 right now, but we do have the chances of a tornado here. High urgency for Millport and Kingville. The northern circulation looks to have lined out a little bit, but we still have 1 and 2 right here. So the southern circulation is still the dominant one, very, very close to Millport. And that's going to be cutting here toward Kennedy here in the matter of moments. And then we have south and west of Kingville, another circulation. So now we're down to 2. Regardless here, this is going to continue moving east. Again, the city of Vernon itself, you just saw the camera, the weather is terrible in downtown Vernon right now, but the chances of a tornado are south of Vernon. And then if you live north of Vernon, Sulligent, Detroit, there's no tornado issues for you. I just checked the Facebook Live again, and Ashley working from home, we sure appreciated it. We didn't really expect a whole lot of tornado warning issues, so that's why she's home. But she is monitoring the Facebook feed. I noticed that she was answering several of your questions as well. So again, if you're just joining us, I do want to recap the school delays and closings so far. So Lowndes County, Lamar County on a 2-hour delay. Columbus City Elementary is 9:30. The Mid and High School is 10 a.m. New Hope and Caledonia also on a 2-hour delay, as well as the Aberdeen School District also on a 2-hour delay. That's the latest so far from the newsroom, and they'll keep us posted if anything else changes. But again, definitely just based on our experience here and with this wind shear product, definitely I would say areas very close to Millport would be where we would be watching. Again, this is crossing over Alabama Highway 17. So this is going to be moving toward Cash Circle, Mount Pleasant Church Road, and Fayette County, Alabama, and this is the community of Belk right here. So again, from Kingville back to Millport, this is the area of danger for a spin-up tornado and or the chances of 60 to 70 mile per hour winds that are continuing. Again, we are honed in on this area here. It's been wrapped up and been very twisty in the past several scans here, and it looks like it is continuing to be wrapped up. So again, that's your shear ray here. That's the latest on the storm here that's moving to the south. I'm checking to see if there are any other reports. Of course, the Lowndes County part of the tornado warning has been dropped. We, of course, knew that, and that's continuing. Now, we do still have a severe thunderstorm warning for Noxubee County and southern Lowndes County. That is for some gusty winds and hail potential. And then we also have some pretty bad storms in the Louisville region, but that is not severe. There is no severe thunderstorm warning for Winston County. Right now, the only tornado warning, of course, is Lamar in West Alabama. And then we also have that severe thunderstorm warning for southern Lowndes and northern Noxubee. And then we also have thunderstorm warnings here for Leake and Neshoba counties. Now, these storms back here are probably more of a hail concern than anything else. We'll see if they can tap into anything, but the good news and the encouraging news is that the storms to the south of those, so we're down here into southern Mississippi, these are probably stealing the energy needed for these storms kind of in the middle right here to grow severe. So that's something encouraging, but of course we're going to continue to watch things closely. Again, a very wavy look here to the reflectivity product here. And again, this surge kind of coming out near Millport is certainly the cause for concern, and the Weather Service there is continuing the tornado warning. And again, this is the green and the red here. So now the potential tornado now is between Millport and Kennedy. The circulation's crossed over Alabama Highway 17. Okay, and it's going to be moving here toward Kennedy. So all clears back toward Melbourne and Star and Fernbank Road west of Highway 17. You are good to go. You can come out of your safe place and let your guard down. Over here toward Kennedy, though, you need to have your guard up and be going to shelter if you're not there already. Again, put as many walls between you and the outside as possible. Get on the lowest floor. Get away from windows. Again, this does not scream big tornado potential, but even if localized damage happens and it hits you, it is significant to you, and we'll continue to watch it to here. Again, thankfully, things are still spinning aloft. We have not seen any drop in the correlation coefficient to suggest that a tornado was down in Lamar County. We did see that in Lowndes County, Mississippi, which is, again, the reason this whole ordeal started. Here just in the past few minutes. Heritage Academy is going to be on normal time. That was also just passed along from Ashley, again, working from home this morning. But again, and again, this is the Fayette County line. So once we move past and get it into Fayette County, maybe we can sort of reset here and kind of get back to your normally scheduled programming, which is also us. Of course, WCBI Sunrise. But again, the shear rate here, as we kind of look here, so Kennedy definitely in line here. This is County Road 49. And notice there's a lot of just trees right in through here, which is good news. But this, of course, people live in Kennedy. And so County Road 49 and 96. Definitely nobody needs to be on County Road 49 or certainly not Highway 96 as this swirly area of wind gets a little bit closer. Again, this also includes Cody Road, Cobb Road, Foster Drive. If we're calling some of your smaller roads out, in and around the city and community of Kennedy, you need to be going into your safe place. Again, we have just a few more miles of real estate to go. The community of Belk is right here on the Fayette-Lamar County line. And again, once this tornado warning crosses over into the Fayette County region, Fayette County is in the Birmingham television market, and we'll see that continue. And Vernon, if you went to shelter in Vernon, you can come out of your safe place. The threat of a tornado is over, but we are still dealing with quite a bit of nasty weather in terms of lightning and thunder. And you can see this line continues up into Marion County, Alabama as well, and then curves back into Noxubee and Winston counties in east central Mississippi. But based on the line orientation back here, I am much less concerned with tornadoes down here. Obviously, with the different line orientation and how the things have shaped up here, it looks like that is the cause for concern, of course, is in southern Lamar County. Again, I'm watching the Weather Service in Birmingham's chat. They have not indicated that that they have seen any TDS, and I don't think that there has been one here recently, but the winds are still very strong, very close to Kennedy. So again, if at the last minutes you are hearing us in Kennedy, definitely be going to your safe place because we have quite a bit of wind potential heading in your direction. I'll send it to Charlie in the Weather Center again. The circulation is coming up here on Kennedy now, pretty much on 96. Charlie.
Yeah, Isaac, I want to mention, and a point I want to make is that just because we've gotten lucky so far in western Alabama without seeing any sort of debris drop doesn't mean that that's going to hold. These circulations have been remarkably consistent. They've lasted with us all the way along Highway 96 in western Alabama. This has gone through the entire county, all the way there. So they certainly have some sort of potential, if not tornadic at the current moment, certainly with wind, could be up to 70-mile-an-hour gusts. Again, this is racing really quickly, folks, and I know you want to get started with your day. You want to get started with your Monday, with your week, and this is definitely the last thing you wanted to do. Just give us about 5 minutes if you're in Lamar County in your safe place. It certainly, especially with the kiddos, maybe hopefully the rest of Lamar County, and we'll give you the all clear and things will be okay. But for that next 5 minutes, we do need you to be in your safe place because this can really evolve quickly. As you saw back in Loun County, we had, and it was quite quickly, pretty much instantaneously, once we saw the velocity signature was doing damage. The same thing could happen here, and that's why we're taking these precautions. That's why there's a tornado warning, in all honesty, folks. This could happen really quickly. And again, the two areas we're mainly concerned about here is both of them are south of Kingville. If you're in Hightogee, Star, Kingville, or even Crossville right now, y'all are okay. But if you're north of Kennedy or in Kennedy, those are the two areas that we're really looking out for now. Isaac?
Thanks, Charlie. Yeah. So storm track here. We're running out of real estate in Lamar County, which is good news. National Weather Service in Birmingham posting up a tornado warning now for Fayette County, which is, again, in the Birmingham market. You can see that new polygon here does include the city of Fayette. So if you know anybody here in Belk or in Fayette, in the Fayette County area, have them go to shelter. It looks like we're back to maybe having two circulations in southeastern Lamar County. The one, of course, right over Kennedy, and then one maybe a mile or two north of town as well. Again, medium strength, if you ask me, I guess certainly cause for concern. And again, Belk is at 6:45, so you have 5 more minutes. Of course, it's on Kennedy now. And then most of these towns that you see here in the box of the time of arrival are in southern Fayette County. Ashcraft Corner here is on the county line of Pickens and Fayette. You have 159 that comes up out of Gordo that takes you back up here into Fayette. So we're looking at that as well. And there's also a small circulation the Weather Service is talking about in Marion County, Alabama as well. But the good news is that if we are going to get any sort of additional tornado concerns, it's going to be out of this feature, which again is on its way out of our market, which is encouraging news. But we still have some active storms to get through, of course, and we're going to continue to watch closely. And again, I'll just query some of these winds kind of coming through the Kennedy area. And again, these are outbound winds, but 50 to 60 miles per hour. And again, it could be in a spinning motion. So again, the Weather Service is continuing a tornado warning over into Fayette County, Alabama for that possibility. Again, the shear rate continues to hone in on Kennedy, especially Cody Road and 96 that takes you again out of Lamar County over into Fayette County. Again, the community of Belk is right here, pretty much on the county line. 96 runs right through Belk and then moves you over into the city of Fayette, which is where this storm is headed. Again, we're zoomed in super tight here. So again, if we're not calling out your road or your town, then you're just fine. If you're watching us on the Facebook live stream or on WCBI.com/live, we are only concerned about the southeastern corner of Lamar County. Tornadoes. We've got some moderate heavy rain falling across the region. And again, we may see some additional hail concerns develop here closer to Macon or Louisville or Noxapater or Philadelphia or DeKalb. But these storms down here are not positioned to be tornado producers. Now that could change. Not saying that we're not out of the woods completely here, but we did have the suspicion that we may have to deal with one or two of these tornado warnings that actually started back in Monroe County, Mississippi, and now has moved across the region. So again, it is 6:43, and again, the tornado warning continues here, but the good news is that these circulations are getting close to the Lamar and Fayette County lines, and these are going to be going across and over into Fayette County here pretty shortly. And then we can kind of give the all clear to Lamar County here shortly. Again, for Millport, the danger of a tornado is over. Kennedy still stays sheltered, though, but Millport is good to go. The storm is well east of you. But if you live in Kennedy, definitely still be in your safe place. And again, if our signal reaches to Belk, if you're watching us in Belk, western Fayette County, you need to be in your safe place as well. Really don't need to be in a mobile home. Definitely don't need to be in a car on 96. So nobody needs to be on 96 from Kennedy over to Fayette. Fayette, of course, the county seat here, and it's getting closer to kind of the start of the morning rush, the morning routine. People trying to get to where they're going. And again, we have posted a summary of the school closings list on our Facebook page, WCBI News. That's where we're streaming our live coverage here as well on the weather side. But if you missed the school announcement earlier, I ran through them fairly quickly. But we do have a summary list on our Facebook page. So head there if you are having a question about that. But the good news is that based on what I have been texted so far, it looks like the school delays themselves are not affecting every county, but there are a few out there. Again, the tornado warning continues for Lamar County until 7 a.m., but the good news here is that the storm now almost exclusively is into Fayette County, which is in the Birmingham television market. So that's some good news there, and the rest of the region here is looking better. We're seeing, I'm kind of running through the reports here in the chat. And I don't see any other issues here. So let's talk about Macon and Louisville. Again, no active tornado or severe thunderstorm warnings down here, but some pretty nasty weather between Louisville and Macon on Highway 14 right here. But the good news is that the Columbus, Starkville, West Point area, we just have rain now. There's no active severe weather in progress here for the Golden Triangle, which is good. And I don't expect any additional issues here, which is also some good news. We're going to continue to watch and kind of see how things are shaking out here. But again, the reason that we've been with you now for about the past hour has been tornado warnings that started in Monroe County, then moved to Lowndes County, now in Lamar County, Alabama, and now over here into central sections of Fayette County and also eastern Marion County, Alabama, again, also belonging to the Birmingham television market. still have no reports of damage in Lowndes County, which is good news. Lots of power outages showing up in Lamar County. That's from our Joey Barnes. He has a lot of contacts back here in Lamar County, and so obviously some power outages here. And again, even though we are going to be seeing this tornado warning, to remind you that if you are still watching us on television, congratulations, you still have commercial power. But take a second and download or scan the QR code in the bottom left-hand portion of your screen. That will take you to instructions to download the WCBI News app, and that will get you what you need to watch on your smartphone or your mobile device. If you do not have our app downloaded, that is another way that you can watch. The coverage there as well. So again, the tornado warning storm now is moving into Fayette County, and we'll send it back to Charlie. Again, we've got power outages kind of popping up. It looks like where the storms were strongest is where some of the power outages were.
Yeah, certainly. And certainly we're only really seeing power outages where the storms have fully moved on through. First, I do want to say we've got some updates. I do want to say again for 2-hour school. University for Women, Annunciation Catholic School, Monroe County School District, Columbus Municipal School District, Lowndes County School District, Aberdeen School District, Fayette County School District, that's in Alabama, Victory Christian Academy, and Columbus Christian Academy. So all of those schools or school systems are currently operating under a 2-hour delay. Really if you remember the shape of that line of thunderstorms, it sort of made a almost like a backward C shape here from Vernon on down towards Jackson. And you can see that we're not really seeing any reports yet from there, but back towards the west where the line has really moved through, we are seeing close to maybe 10% of people without power. Looks like Chickasaw County and Carroll County are leaders for right now, maybe Vernon County as well. And I can go ahead and pull another resource we have for power outages up. If you'll give me a brief moment, we can pull up the 4-county electric map, and that will give us a good idea of here in the Golden Triangle as to what kind of power outages we're seeing. And again, if you are in Noxubee County, you don't need to worry. You do have a severe thunderstorm warning, but again, that does not look tornadic. The line just doesn't look favorably oriented, and you are just going to get some gusty winds. You know, maybe you travel north on 45 towards the Golden Triangle for work. You may want to pull over. Maybe you can find somewhere quick, but again, it is not tornadic, but still something, maybe keep an eye out. So that's something you're going to want to watch out for if you're traveling maybe from further south up 45 towards the Golden Triangle. So here we go. We do have the 4-county electric map here. We've got some power outages, especially looks like a good amount in the southern half of Starkville. That is near White Oak Lane, south of the Starkville Country Club. We've got a lot in Longview, and then down towards southern Choctaw County, just west of Louisville. We've got a big portion of people without power, 123 there. Some other portions of Choctaw County reporting a lot of power outages. And then up towards north of Clay County, just south of Houston, between Houston and West Point, we've got 115 people without power. And then some sporadic power outages along 82 between Starkville and Columbus. A good portion of people around Columbus Lake, looks like a big neighborhood there. On Conley Cox Road has seen some significant power outages. And this is interesting to me, Isaac. We've got some power outages just east and north of Steens, right along Farrenbank Road. This is right close to where we saw that tornado or TDS pass on through. TDS meaning tornado debris signature. So could be seeing some power outages from that. Maybe that tornado is what certainly may have caused that. Isaac? Yeah, possibly so, Charlie. And
we've got a tree down on Odom Road, which is very close to that area as well that you were just showing folks very close to Steens. and that's where that TDS, that drop in the correlation coefficient, moved through. A calmer view on the Vernon camera this morning. We had the nasty weather is east of you now. Also, Choctaw County schools are on a 2-hour delay. That's the latest here from the news department. So that's another school added on the list in terms of a delay, which again, for good reason. We've got some active storms still affecting Choctaw County, although the worst of the weather is over. And so for the planning purposes in the back here, we're going to just stay with weather coverage until the top of the hour, and we will start the Fox show at 7 o'clock on schedule with Keeley, and we'll continue to have weather updates, of course, here. But it's 6:51. We'll stay with you here for the next 9 minutes in continuous coverage, and then we will start the newscast. And of course, we'll be kind of working to gather some additional damage reports here. Again, the tornado warned storm here is still continuing to push eastward. It's like it's going to be passing south of the city of Fayette, but the tornado warning has ended for Vernon. It has ended for Lamar County, and you can see that no more flashing red is happening there. Farther south, again, no thunderstorm warning. That seems to have been canceled or expired for Noxubee County, but again, just west of Macon on Highway 14, some big storms still in progress there, and we're going to continue to see this move east toward Macon. So again, from Brooksville to Sugar Lock, again, some nasty weather is heading in your direction, but it's not tornadic, and it's not producing severe weather to the classic definition of 1-inch hail or 58-mile-per-hour winds or greater, which is good news. But again, this air down here has been relatively untapped, and we have seen storms strengthen and quickly. And you saw the thing over Loun County definitely spun up pretty quickly, which is common in this type of setup. This is all moving to the east here. It looks like we had a confirmed tornado not too far from Hattiesburg. Again, that's the flashing purple is a confirmed tornado there. So that's south of town and south of us, of course. A quick look at the radar here. So some really nasty storms here. Looks like some additional tornado warnings down in southeastern Louisiana. So once again, a pretty wavy line of storms here kind of moving through South Mississippi and into southern Louisiana. And again, you can see all these lightning strikes. In fact, I will just put on the lightning counter, and we've got 1,600 lightning strikes in the camera view here. So this is not just in one spot, but definitely charged up with the storms here. And we need of moisture and instability that we have had available. Again, looking for any sort of additional issues here. And again, strong storms in Noxubee County. And it looks like that is a new warning for Noxubee County. And that was just issued. So a severe thunderstorm warning here for Noxubee County, Kemper County, eastern Neshoba, and southern Winston counties here until 8 o'clock. So we had another hour and 6 minutes of a severe thunderstorm warning that's in effect, and this does include the city of Macon. So again, I mentioned earlier there was no warning, and now there is a severe thunderstorm warning, which again, this storm looks like it is capable of producing more of a hail concern than anything else. But obviously here, there's probably some wind in the mix as well. So 50 to 60 gusts and quarter-sized hail is possible as the storm approaches Macon in Noxubee County. We also have some big storms here to the west of Louisville near Four Corners between Louisville and Kosciuszko. And again, this is going to be crossing into the rest of the southern portion of the coverage area. And again, this is it. Once these storms move out, we are good to go. We don't have any other issues here, and we're actually going to get a nice break. But the medium range forecast is not the best. We've got storm chances starting up Wednesday through Saturday of this week. We've got 4 chances of storms this week beyond what we're dealing with right now. And again, we'll take them one day at a time and obviously one storm at a time as well. But definitely seeing some increase in intensity here with the storm in Noxubee County. And again, Barron Button is only showing half-inch hail here, but there's a possibility that we could see some, again, quarter-sized hail. That's 1 inch in diameter or greater. And that's going to be moving up here into Macon in Noxubee County after a while. No other issues that I have seen. We have heard of no damage in Lamar County just yet, which is good. And we've got